Hello, everyone. Have you ever thought about your future? I'm sure you have. And well, today I'm going to be talking about how investing in renewable energy equals investing in your future. Investing in renewable energy will be a positive investment into your future, and you will definitely agree with me by the end of this video. First off, I thought I should mention some credentials I possess to talk about this topic. I have actually been studying this topic since I was in the 7th grade, so I have multiple years of research under my belt. Also, I have multiple financial planners in my family, so we often discuss these topics during family gatherings. Also, I've done multiple simulations where I utilize renewable resource stocks to, in fact, win the simulation, and that is an example of this is the bottom right picture. I thought I should quickly mention some benefits for you, and that is that opportunity is available, you can become a difference maker, and the world doesn't end, which in my opinion is pretty sweet. My first main point is that there is a large potential for financial gains. Reasons being is that this is a low risk, high reward investment, that being a mutual fund, which negates possible losses. Also, the startup potential for renewable energy makes it so that your money can increase exponentially, while only the downside being is that you lose that initial investment. There's also a shift in ethics for the government policies so that it now favors renewable energy. Also, the new gen has started to favor renewable energy as well, which makes a larger market for renewable energy. Side note, those pictures shows the exponential growth that can happen based on your initial investment in the mutual fund, which shows how the one coin can become 10 coins and how you can cut your losses easily if you so wish. This is evidence for the mutual fund risk is that according to Michael I's article titled Are Mutual Funds a Good Investment from December 19, 2022, in association with Charles Schwab, a leading investment firm for decades, mutual funds help provide instant diversification since they invest across dozens, sometimes hundreds of individual stocks, bonds, and other securities. This basically means is that there is a very low potential to lose all your money, and that it will tend to even out or increase most of the time. This means that one individual stock will not bring down all your money. For the government policy change, as mentioned in the Office of Energy Efficiency and Renewable Energy, the government entity tasked with managing the country's energy output, in an publication titled Renewable Energy that I accessed on April 13th, 2023, solar and wind are expected to add more than 60% of the utility scale generating capacity for the U.S. power grid. This demonstrates how the U.S. policy has started to create a larger market desire for this renewable energy, which obviously creates an opportunity for financial gains. Now that I've talked about the personal aspect, let's talk about the grander scale, and that is that it improves the environment. Reasons being is that it creates numerical power for the companies to develop and expand the technology and their influence. Also, it builds credibility as it will no longer be viewed as a secondary source of energy, while demonstrating the desire for renewable energy. So your investment really truly does matter. And replacing the counterpart, if you invest in renewable energy, that means that the investment in fossil fuels will be less, so the carbon output for the environment will decrease. Also, you become a trailblazer. If your friends see you invest, they are more apt to also invest in renewable energy, and it will become a snowball compounding effect until eventually, hopefully, the majority are now invested in renewable energy. Evidence for creating numerical power is that according to Mila F., a researcher for the Center of Climate Finance and Investment and a graduate of the Imperial College in London, in the article titled Averting an Energy Crisis Requires Bold Investment in Renewable Energy, particularly in Developing Economics, published on September 14, 2022, For creating the opportunity exists for investors and government partner. Climate finance frameworks must also further evolve to support channeling clean energy investment into emerging and developing economies. This is basically saying that they want to integrate renewable energy before fossil fuels plant themselves in the developing economies, so the carbon output will not be there for the fossil fuels. So rather than them burning oil to generate power that of their newfound technology, they will be using wind, solar, or another form of renewable energy. For the credibility and fossil fuel exchange, as stated by the United Nations News, the intergovernmental organization designed to maintain international stability. In the article, UN chief calls for a renewable energy revolution for a brighter global future on January 14, 2023. Renewable energy is the only credible path forward if the world is to avert a climate catastrophe. This is saying that there is no longer an option between fossil fuels or renewable energy. It can only be renewable energy now if you wish to keep the environment working and not destroyed. So basically, you just need to invest in renewable energy to make sure that the world doesn't, implode. Now it's time to wrap it up, if you ask me. Why should you care? At the end of the day, you have watched this video and you need to ask yourself, why do you care? Why should you care? I apologize. And it is simple, really. Investing in renewable energy equals investing in your future. This is because it is a gigantic financial opportunity and helps fight climate change. And if you ask me, having money does not matter if the world is destroyed. So I would 100% recommend investing in a renewable energy mutual fund. I cannot stress it to you enough. This is the only way to move forward without the world being destroyed. So I would 100% recommend investing in a renewable energy mutual fund. But yeah, thank you for listening and thank you for your attention. Stay radical, and here are my sources for my pictures and for my articles. Yeah, so thank you guys. Stay radical.